Welcome to another session with them Dennis boys for another Whiskey Wednesday session with your boy B.
Debo.
EJ.
We're going to start off talking about the recap to the crazy Lions game in week 17 where we won 19-20. There's a lot that happened in that game that we got to talk about. So, Debo, what you think about that whole little game and all the craziness that was going on around it?
Let's just say I did a lot of drinking. It was quite interesting. I saw a lot of good. We got a lot to clean up going into the playoffs. We can take this next game and try to correct those things going into the playoffs. But for the most part, I was happy for the turnout of the game. We got to fix that mishaps in the first drives. I don't know what it is about the first drive where we do something crazy where the drive is just going amazing. I just think Dak just got bad luck because it always falls back in his lap. You know what I mean? He just have a great drive and then something crazy happens. So,
true.
But all in all, we had a great game. I mean, you put that touchdown in there, the game was not close, to be honest.
It would have changed the complexion of it. You're right. Yeah, look, right. And that seemed like it had been the last few games. It's those one crucial play that changed the whole dynamic of the game. But it
seems to happen to us all the time. I don't understand why.
I don't know if it's a lack of focus, bad luck, or what. But
I think bad luck.
What do you say, Dad? What you say about it?
Well, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think we're extremely fortunate to win that game because y'all know from past history, those are generally the games that we lose. Well, it's coincidentally that we put Jimmy Johnson in the Ring of Honor that same night, and maybe it's a sign that things might change for us. I can't say you're nay to that, but I mean, we don't normally win those kind of games.
Nah, we usually don't.
At the end on that 2-point conversion, we don't normally come out on top of those kind of situations. Which speaking on, I mean, he had a lot of chances to do a lot of different things, but his ego decided to make him go for that 2-point conversion. Looking at the game, that last drive down the field, they had momentum on top of us. They were standing on our chest, basically.
Yeah.
So conventional wisdom for most coaches, I would think, would be to tie the game up, take it in overtime, and continue that momentum that you had. But like I said, Campbell's ego took over, and he just said, he's going to put. And I mean, a number of times he had to opt out of that decision, and he chose not to, which meant he was held bound, bent, and determined that was going to be the case. So the other part about that is they said they told the official about that prior to the game. Now, I'd like to voice an opinion on that off
Please do.
The top of my head. First of all, I really don't think it should be the official's responsibility to have to recall a part of your game plan to help you later on in the game. I mean, to me, that's a bit over the top. I mean, how do you? Okay. Now I'm sending in number 60. I'm sending in number. What was the other dude number was?
78, I think 68, yeah, something
like that. Yeah, 68. I'm sending in them in the fourth quarter if we have to go for it. First of all, who thinks like that? I mean, evidently he does, obviously. But for you to expect the official to remember that and then recall at the end of the game to aid you in beating the team, first of all, that's like a collusion type thing to me. Because now the official helping you with your game plan. Something about that just don't sit right with me. But,
yeah. But I think Campbell was being true to who he's been all year. I think his players respond to him being fearless and being aggressive like that, and that's how they played all year. They play an offensive style of game, aggressive style of game, and defensively they also, they play aggressive as well.
Which is why he did that. He was playing to his players. Wanted to see
it's been working, so why not? And it did work. You know what I'm saying? It did work. After that math, once they actually did the investigation and saw, the lineman did it to check in, which I don't know what that was all about. Because the referee he just walked off. I know what they're trying to do. Get up out of here.
But what people are forgetting though is they saying that he checked in. Okay, cool. But it wasn't about that. It was about how they lined up. They lined up with the receivers on the line, so that made him ineligible. That's what people keep leaving out. People keep leaving out the fact that they lined up wrong. That was on them. That has nothing to do with the ref.
True.
So I'm saying.
At that point,
people, It's just social media, and it's the fact that it's the Cowboys. Because if it's anybody else, no, we wouldn't even be talking about it. They'd be like, "Well, you lined up wrong. That's it.
True.
Like it was you."
Yeah, you
But
know what
because
else?
it's us, they try to make it seem like it's something else. Oh, they cheating for us. No, they didn't cheat.
You know what else didn't talk about them? That phantom tripping call.
Right.
That call not made. We're not having this discussion now.
We're not even having a discussion.
True.
That's what really hurt us. So, he got a big break with that because that was pretty much game right there. Not pretty much. That was going to be ball game.
Yeah, there was a lot of suspicious calls in that game, you know what I'm saying? But I guess that was the one because
that was the most glaring one because it was at a time that, we was getting ready.
Crucial. Yeah, but again, let's talk about the defense though on that last drive. Why did they go down there so easy? It was just cutting through us, you know what I'm saying, like a slice of butter. We were doing that soft coverage stuff again. And wow.
We look like the old Cowboys on that one. That drive.
Quinn gets like that though. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't stay aggressive the whole game. That's what we do. You know what I'm saying? Like when we play lackadaisical, or soft coverage and all that stuff like that, we don't respond. Our guys, we're always a step slow and everything. But when we play aggressive, we overly in place. You know what I'm saying? Like we always flying to the ball and making things happen. You know what I'm saying?
It's like we're lost when we actually do something like that to work a zone when you've been playing man to man and stopping everything. But why would you stop that? Even after they got this second first down, some kind of wisdom, a sense of sanity has to come in and say,
you would think it kick in.
Yeah, I mean, we can't keep going down the field like this. They're going to be there. And they got there with the quickest. I really understand a lot. I'd like to know what Dan Quinn was thinking at that period.
I couldn't even tell you, man. But I don't know. Maybe the time of possession was dang near even. We had they had 30 minutes and we had for 29. So I mean, we were doing our thing. Tank was doing his thing. He made some very big plays for us.
Tank was you.
But he usually do to me. I've been saying it. Anytime we have big games and big moments, Tank comes through. You know what I'm saying? He always gonna tackle for a loss. He get like good penetration, like on key downs. You know what I'm saying? Crushing the pocket. You know what I'm saying? I love that. Tank deserves a lot more credit than he gets.
But this game, he was like y'all and I like to use the term flash. He was flashing like a blinking light, a blinking traffic light because he was everywhere all the time. And you saw him, you know what I'm saying? You didn't have to see peep out the corner of your eye to see who was that secondary person then on the play. He was the play basically all day long. I give him prop. That was a huge game.
I tell you who else showed up too. That Donovan Wilson and that
was Donovan's best game.
Them two boys right there. Them boys flashed too.
I agree with you, Brandon. That was Donovan's best game.
Yeah,
for sure. He looked like Donovan from last year. This game right here. I hope that carries over to the playoffs
with some added swag. I mean, you could tell he had attitude out there.
True.
Right.
He plays the attitude like that. Somebody gonna feel that.
Debo, what you think about Micah though? Let's talk about Micah. You know what I'm saying? But he's been overrated. All the holding stuff and all that stuff. How you feel about his performance this week?
He must have heard me talking because he sure was stopping that run. He stuck his neck in there. I was actually proud of that.
I was saying the same thing.
And I knew the game thing would change. I'm like, man, that's all we missing. Is somebody else is to put that extra effort in with Tank to stop the run. So if we can get our D tackle online, nobody really would run the ball on us, period.
Yeah.
So I'm saying.
Well, hopefully Hank is coming back. I need to check his status out because he's gonna be pivotal for us in the playoffs.
Devin, as I sat there on my sick bed, you're the first person I thought about when Michael started doing his thing. I was like, yeah. Can't wait to get the Whiskey Wednesday to hear my voice.
All right,
I mean, he do his things on the pass rush, but it's just that run defense was very lacking. So I'm glad he actually flipped the switch that game.
Facts. Hope that's a sign for things to come.
But Brandon, before you move on, I do want to say, piggyback on what Devin was saying earlier about the game itself. We played in that game. And it was a good game. It was a great game to watch. It got hairy, scary. But, just like I've been saying a lot lately, when we play these games and close games, I'm more surprised when we don't win than we win. Because this year is different. It just has a different feel to it. But anyhow, I just wanted to say that, Brandon. You can move on.
No, that's a good point, though. It does
feel every episode, too.
Yeah, true.
So you something.
Yeah, and then the fact, like you said, how we won that game with Jimmy Johnson getting inducted and all that stuff, man. It seems like all the signs are pointing toward that curse being gone. Like I said, usually the complete opposite for us happens in those games like that, where we lose and find a way to lose a game, or some misfortune happens down the stretch where we just drop the ball and something crazy happens. You know what I'm saying? But this time, all year really, a lot of those crazy plays have been going our way. You know what I'm saying? So everything is trending in the right direction. I just hope we can keep putting it together, you know what I'm saying, and keep pushing forward.
A little remiss if we didn't give CeeDee Lamb his due for breaking that record.
True,
that's history right there. We just can't skip over that.
Can't pass that over for sure.
True.
That's my boy.
What he doing is something amazing.
Yeah. So you definitely can't skip that. But I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, you're right though. I mean, 17 targets, 13 receptions, 227 yards, and a touchdown. That's amazing.
Should have been
amazing.
2 touchdowns.
Should have been 2.
Careless with the ball.
Make you almost forget about that AC dude, huh? Hey, I'm just saying.
The move looking a little bit guaranteed now. That was a good move now. Now that you see the product.
You can't be mad at having both, though.
You can't pay both.
You can't. Amari getting older now. We can bring him back next year. I'm sure he probably take a little cut because he over 30 now.
I don't think he want to come back to the Cowboys.
Nah, he not. Not the way we got rid of him.
Nah, he in a sweet spot. I ain't mad at him. Yeah, you're right how it went down. You're right about that. But again, CeeDee, he make you easily forget who was before him, honestly. I mean, I think he's the best 88.
He's fooling with it.
Right there. He's trending right there.
He's fooling with it for sure.
I'm about to claim him real soon. Depending on how he end this year off, he can carry ass to a Super Bowl.
For us is we get to find out. We get to see.
Right.
We got front row seats for it. But anyhow, move on, Brandon. Let's see what you got.
Much praise to CeeDee. But it seems like Dak starting to really realize CeeDee is the key. CeeDee is playing like the best receiver in the league.
Oh, no doubt.
To me, he is right now.
His numbers saying it, man.
No numbers say it all.
You look at all the other receivers, all of them either hurt, their team are not relevant. You know what I'm saying? And he's been steady all year long.
Mm-hmm.
I like how they're keeping it involved. Even if he's not open on a play or they can't bring him open on a play, they bring him on the end around. He's keeping the ball in his hand, let him feel the ball. That's what we need. That's what the great receivers do. That's what the great coaches allow their receivers to do. So I am definitely happy about that.
He even gambled and got him a pick and let you know he know.
But that's cool. Long as you talking the right cat, give him a chance.
Right.
He just underthrew it. He would have threw a little higher. Give him a chance. CeeDee gonna come down with it, or he gonna knock it down, or whatever. But the
cornerback made a great play on that. He jumped up and got that one. So
yeah, I just wish Dak didn't throw that ball at all because that was a long ass throw to the side.
But he didn't have to scramble either because it was clustered. He probably would have took a hit on that. I'd rather him not take. I'd rather take a pick.
But after seeing the replay, we saw CeeDee was initially open. He was wide open, which he was most of the night on most of the routes I've seen. But Dak scramble, he could have ran that. He was out of trouble.
But
to go back to my point at the beginning, we wouldn't even be having the conversation about the end of the game if he doesn't throw that pick either because we was in field goal range. You know what I'm saying? That's 10 points right there. So, again, like I tell people with all that end of the game crap, we ain't in that situation.
Look at, what do y'all think? The offensive line, I'd give them maybe a B- for that game, C+, because there was no continuity. We weren't opening up holes for power we really should be. And that's not just this game. We have
all year.
Our run gap creation is not good at all.
No, it's non-existent. Our running backs are having to dodge and jump, jump cut every time they get to the line. They having to create their own lanes, like real for real.
Yeah,
I just think the problem with the offensive line is the combination of we got a couple old guys down there, and then the young guys. You got Steele, who's probably still banged up from last year. And then now we got Tyler Smith, who's banged up now, and then Biadish. I'm on the fence with him. I really think he's probably the biggest problem with our run game because your center got to be able to snap that ball and move. Now, I don't think he's getting to where he need to get to when he say hut. You know what I'm saying?
That's true. You might be right, man. That might be the key to our line improving, but also do need to start turning that line over because the guys are getting older. Tyron need to find. I don't know if they're gonna kick Tyron out. Tyler out to the left tackle once he's gone, and then fill that in, which I probably would do since you already know what you got in him. But you're right. But when it comes to that run game and run blocking, we don't see that impact. We don't see the line getting no push like we used to. Back in the day, them boys would push 3-4 yards down the field before Zeke and them boys get touched, man. So,
I don't think we should have got rid of Connor McGovern. I think we should have kept him.
He would have been a big help now. What I was going to say is, like, we know what we're faced with now going for the rest of the year. We got a line that we got to mix and match and piece together. And, it's going to be incumbent upon the coaches to really try to put the combinations out there and try to get each other the line to help each other out in certain block scheme situations so we're going to be successful. We already know we're at a disadvantage health-wise. We just got to find out the best way to coach what we got up in terms of being able to be successful going forward. I give them, they do okay, or they've been doing okay on the pass blocking, doing a pretty good job. It's just a run that's not allowing us to do what we need to do.
Right.
On the opposite. Go ahead, Deb.
Yeah, you can't ask too much from the passing game. Dak stays pretty clean for most games. He might get sacked maybe once, if he does, but the run game is just all running back or effort, for real. I wish it was a little different. I wish we get a little more creative. And it's kind of weird because we can run real good up the middle on certain teams. And then outside is hit or miss, but we're still not getting much. Paulo only had 49 yards total, 16 carries. It's all passing.
I have to keep an eye out to see, but I think Beatrice is our issue. I think he's not getting either that initial block or not getting to the second level. Somebody's not getting to the second level. And I think that's where we struggling.
Ain't none of the ass get the second.
Nah, they ain't. They really not. Nobody in the second level.
That's probably why they incorporated the fullback, probably, which ain't a bad idea. Hope they do that in the playoffs. Commanders are coming up. I'm not sure if we're gonna rest anybody or what. I think it would be smart to do so.
I don't think so. I really personally don't think so for a number of reasons. One, we don't rest well. The rest makes us lazy.
True.
We're not a good rest well team. We got to play. Yeah, guaranteed, got our injuries and that. Just like Jimmy Johnson say, you got to play. It's a lot of lost time when you don't play. Second, the other part about that is we have something to gain from winning this game. Two home games in the playoff, not a bad thing to have. So we need all the help we can get. Plus, I just want to see how this thing plays out. I don't want to leave anything a chance that we not give this thing a chance to play out by letting players hang out and trying to be the Washington team who got nothing to lose, but nothing but to try to spoil your day. So I don't want none of that to happen, man. Let's play. Let's just play ball, man.
I would just say, man, just go in, do what you've been doing, get up big, then take your players out. So I'm saying, don't even play around with them. So I'm against that, holding the players out too. I don't want no rest. We can rest after we blow them out.
Good point. I feel you there.
Yeah, I feel y'all on that. Yeah, you always want to get that momentum. You want to clean some things up, like you said earlier, Debo. Got to be sharp as much as possible going into the playoffs and trying to have some good continuity going on. I probably will rest some key guys. Tyron, I would sit him down. Anybody else who might be dealing with something that could be lingering, I probably wouldn't put Hankins in the game. I'll try to get some of the younger boys like Mozzie get some more meaningful reps. Run game, I probably will rest Pollard. If Rico can go and Deuce can go, I'll arrest them too. Let them get them fresh legs.
Or pick up Dalvin Cook.
That'll be great insurance. Because Deuce, I think Deuce need a year or so to get used to the speed of the game. I really wasn't impressed with him in the last game when he got his little 2 rushes for 2 yards. Again, that could be contribute to the offensive line not making much of an impact as well.
They didn't block well.
Yeah, that's our offensive line right there. Because with a small dude like that, they only need a little bit of space.
We see what he can do when he get a head of steam going, line up block. All he need to do is get past the first level. The next level got problems.
Yeah, that's offensive line.
I'm just gonna draw the conclusion that we just rushed just to keep our defense honest because it really ain't making no significant impact. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Other than that, man, I'm hoping that we go ahead and take care of business early against these guys and get the rest, everybody rest, man, and let the second team do their thing and get their reps or whatever, man, and we just chill out we get that lock the second seed, man, and get ready for this run.
One dude we forgot about. What y'all think about the play of Lewis in that game?
Oh, man, yeah, Debo brought him up. Man, Jay Lou, I've been telling y'all, man, Jay Lou's so underrated and unappreciated, man. Like he eliminates a lot of guys in that slot, man. And he coming up, he makes sure tackles, and he always had.
He played a game.
And what people don't know is he's getting healthier by the day too. See, I mean, he had an injury last year, a huge injury. Mm-hmm. So I mean, like, it's looking good. You know what I'm saying?
Good.
And I'm not gonna lie, I was one of his doubters, you know, but he showed me something this past game. He showed me something.
Y'all gonna learn to listen to me one day.
You've been raving about Jordan Lewis for a long time.
Hey, I know it when I see it. I know when I see it.
Hey, I've been looking for him for a long time.
Yeah, that's good. You don't want to see your goddamn slot corner. You remember, I was tough now.
He stuck around this long for a reason, even after injury. So that tell you a lot.
Yeah, and we drafted him pretty high, so you know.
Yeah.
Hey, are we gonna get Overshawn back or no?
Who?
Overshawn.
No. Nah, next year.
Yeah,
he's done.
Yeah. Oh, which? Ooh, man. So we got something to look forward to, though.
He probably could have, but I mean, it's not worth risking his career.
Nah.
I mean, you know, people are coming back faster from ACLs, but
that's true. But hell, shit, he got hurt before Trayvon. Trayvon got hurt during the season.
So Overshawn got hurt in preseason.
Yeah. Yeah. Y'all want to do predictions now, or y'all want to wait? What y'all want to do?
Let's go and knock that prediction now.
Well, go ahead, Debo.
Like I said, I want to go up big. I ain't gonna say we're gonna blow them out because, like you said, this is the last game of the season. You got people on their sideline trying to keep their job for the next season. So I would go 28-20, and that's by the time we sub people out. So
that's real.
We had a game in hand.
True.
Hey, put me down for 28-12. I think it'll be.
That's crazy. I had 28 in my head too.
28-12, and I'm giving them 4 field goals. I don't know where field goal kick is, but he'll go home happy.
Yeah, it don't matter. Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to change it up. 31-17. Yeah.
Okay.
I think we'll be up by hopefully, I don't know, 21-10 at halftime or something like that and get one more at the end. But defense is going to put up enough resistance. And we hope to knock all they fight out them anyway. So that's my prediction.
I also hope it's not snowing.
Ain't think about that. It's snowing. It's snowing. City, everybody.
Hey, we back up there to inclement weather, man. I looked at that Falcon Chicago game. I was like, man, we doing that now?
True.
Hey. I turned my TV on, man. Saw that snow. I was like, whoa.
True. It's real.
Yeah, that can change some things.
Big time. We saw that in Buffalo. We're ready to get back in the hotel.
It could also increase some chances of injuries. So we ain't trying to see none of that precip.
But on that note, we're going to slide up out of here, man. We appreciate y'all joining us on this Whiskey Wednesday. Y'all stay tuned in, stay locked in. Like, subscribe, and comment with us, man. When y'all got some closing statements y'all want to hit them with.
And, hey, let's keep on this good old road. We rolling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like this trade I'm on. I want to keep riding. I'm getting ready to slide on up into this first class section right here, if y'all don't mind.
For sure. And on that note, we out of here. Appreciate y'all.